Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a prom makeup tutorial. I'm actually wearing my prom dress. This was my prom dress. Yes. So I kind of done this makeup look based on my prom dress. I was never really good at makeup. No, I wasn't good at makeup at all when my prom was. My prom was 4 years ago now. So sad. I absolutely love my prom. If you have a chance to go to prom, I would definitely do it. It's the last time that you're ever going to be with your school friends. It's the last time. Like literally the people that went to my prom that I still haven't seen 4 years later. So yeah, it's very sad. But it's, you know, it's your last big blow up with each other, you know, you just do it. So it is expensive, obviously, the dress, the hair, the makeup for a girl anyway. But yeah, so this tutorial is just basically if you want to do your makeup yourself, try and have a crack at it and give it a go. But my makeup, I'll try and insert some photos of me on my prom day. My makeup was not good, guys. It was not good. I didn't know anything about makeup. And I remember I used a Clarins foundation and it had SPF in it, and in the photos I wore fake tan like this. And my face is just white. Like in the proper photography, like the girl who like come around to take photos, it didn't look that noticeable. But like in iPhones, oh my god, I hate iPhones so much for this. They just really show up your white face, you know. So I'm just gonna give you a few tips on how to avoid that, and you know, products that I love for a flawless finish. And it is a lot of steps and it's quite expensive makeup that I use, but I just think, you know, if you're that bothered about prom and your photos and everything, you'll just go out and spend the money for it. It's the same with your wedding day. Like, so this is like my dress, and it was like, it's like brown and it's got like rose gold and it's to the floor. I'll try and get a long shot of it now, one sec. Okay, so excuse this ratchet pose, but it is literally like to the floor, and it's got like this nice sort of like detail at the back where it's just like a bar, like tea bar. But yeah, and it's like to the floor, like train, you know, the whole works. I'm just surprised I still fit in it, to be honest. Like, yeah, get it girl, get it. Yeah, if you're wondering what make this dress is, it is Primavera. I don't know what it says on this strip. Primavera. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep on watching. But yeah, I've already prepped my skin with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. You want to make sure you're prepping your skin before you can have a lot of photos, just because if you have really dry skin like me, I always scrub my face about 3 times a week, and I use the Lush Cup of Coffee face scrub. If you use it too much, it kind of does the opposite, it makes your skin like a bit dry, but coffee is really good at like softening the skin. So I like to use that, and then I'll do like a hydrating face mask, like my Glam Glow Thirsty Mud. First off, I'm going to go in with MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW15. I'm just going to press that all over my lid and blend it right up to the brow bone. Okay, you just want to make sure that you concealing all of the veininess and just getting the eye ready for eyeshadow, just because if you go onto your base skin, it's just not going to look as good, the colour is not going to come up as vibrant, and it won't last as long. So you can see how much of a difference that made. For eyebrows, on a day-to-day basis, I just use like a brow pencil. But recently, like for nights out, I have been going back to my Anastasia Dip Brow. This is soft brown, and it just gives that really like on fleek brow, you know? The comb through the brows. And this will just like brush the product evenly throughout the brow. Just in case. I like to use the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. This has little fibres in there so it make your eyebrows thicker if you have sparse brows like I do. And it also does a good job like keeping them in place. The best one though is the Anastasia Brow Gel. That one is like super glue, so if you have really crazy eyebrows, like really thick, crazy eyebrows, I would suggest that one because this one probably wouldn't keep them in place. I'm just going to take my little Real Techniques accent brush and just sharpen up the line. Some people don't like doing this, but it does make a difference to the final look. And then just to set my whole lid right up to my brow bone, I'm going to be using the white peach shade from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Just taking this on a flat shading brush, large shading brush from Sigma. I'm just going to pack that on my brow bone and kind of swiping it down. And just doing this will create a nice, smooth, even canvas ready for eyeshadow. My first transition shade, I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown bronzer. This is Golden Light. People never really sort of think to use their bronzers as eyeshadows, but they work just the same. So I'm going to use this in my crease on my Sigma E40 and just buff it in the crease. I just want a light wash of this just to add a bit of dimension. I've been like obsessed with the covers of One Dance by Drake lately. I've seen that guy and he starts singing in Spanish. He's like, "Ya mamacita, ella putadita, la patita." Oh, just like does something to me. And then the girl Kiana, or whatever her name is, she's so good. Okay, so for my next shade, I'm going to be using Charmed, I'm sure, by the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, which is all this shade. Another shade that's similar is Barcelona Beach by Make a Peak, but this one's just a little bit deeper, you know. Taking this on a cheap eBay brush, it's just a nice sized blending brush. Focusing this on the outer edge and bringing this slightly into the crease. So I'm going for more of like a cooler look, and then the colour that I'm going to be putting in here is quite like bronzy, warm tone. I think that's what I'm going to do. I just don't know. So just building up that colour. Keeping it quite rounded, I'm not winging it out. I'm just keeping it in a very sort of like, what's that circle called? Like a semicircle, you know? Bring a bit more warmth back into it because I don't know how I'm feeling with this cool tone. So I'm going to go in with Summer Yam and just kind of like put that in the crease as well, but on a smaller fluffy brush. So this is the Morphe M507. Tap off that excess beige and just focus this right in the socket. So now I'm going to do sort of like a half cut crease. I'm just going to cut the crease sort of more in the inner third of my eye, and then this bit I'm going to like smoke it into the cut crease, so it's not like a full-on cut crease, if you know what I'm saying. I'll show you, one sec. Flat concealer brush. This is the Morphe M421, I can just about see it. Taking my MAC Pro Longwear concealer and just gonna start dabbing this on my lid. I'm basically just gonna carve out a new sort of inner crease. And because of all the shadows that are down, first of all, it's just gonna look good, you know? So good. So as you can see where I'm going, I'm trying to go up a little bit above where my crease naturally falls because I have quite hooded lids. So this is really good to make eyes look bigger. So just go right up there, sort of in the socket, like where your natural sort of bone structure is of your eye. And then curve it around. So this is what it's gonna look like. And then once you get here, you can kind of like just sort of pat with your finger, because you don't want it to be really, really harsh here, because this is where we're gonna blend. See, as you can see, it's just made my eye more open and awake and just look a little bit more doe-eyed and bigger, whereas this one looks a little bit more closed. Okay, so the eyeshadow that I want to go in with is MAC Rose Pigment. I think mixed with a little bit of MAC Tan Pigment. So they like both in sort of the rosy tones family. This one's just a bit more like champagne. This one's just obviously like rose. So I'm actually going to take Whisper Pink as well, Pigment by MAC, just on the inner corner just to really brighten it up. Wet my brush with MAC Fix Plus. I pick up the product, like the pigment first, and then spray it. That's what I like to do. Oh, yes. Okay, and then I'm just going to deepen out this outer corner and kind of blend it so it just sort of blends into the cut crease. Going in with my Tartelette palette, and I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to take Dreamer, which is that brown shade. It's just a matte brown. It's quite a neutral brown. Yes, indeed. And just blend this on the outer edge. I might take a bit of Multitasker, which is the darker brown next to it. And just do this sort of motion. And I'm just going to take a bit of my bronzer again on my eBay brush and just go over the edges. Just to highlight my brow bone, I'm going to go in with MAC Nylon, which is just here. Yeah, that is MAC Nylon, which is like an icy sort of yellow based highlight shade. Taking that on the same concealer brush, I have cleaned it. I'm just going to clean up all of the fallout that is underneath. I'm going to just spritz my face with MAC Fix Plus just to hydrate. Okay, now onto primer. Depends what type of skin you have. If you have dry skin, I like an illuminating primer. This is the COVERFX Illuminating Primer. And they also have ones for like mattifying, so if you're oily, I think it's called anti-blemish or something, oil control. That one's meant to be really good. Or the Becca Evermatte, I've heard is really good for oily skin. If you're very, very oily, it's meant to just block it, you know? Okay, Makeup Forever foundation stick in 123, which is Y365. And I'm just going to take this on most of the perimeter of my face. So I'm just going to go And then I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever stick in 117, which is like my really pale shade. But I'm just going to use this to kind of highlight my face. So for a more flawless finish, I'm going to opt for the Beauty Blender. This is damp. I have washed it. It's just really hard to clean the pink one. Like, I don't know what its deal is, but This just eliminates, you know, any brush strokes. You know, you've all been there, so just pounce this onto my face. As you can see, that's just so flawless. This foundation is just life. And I prefer the stick one to the liquid because it's just more coverage. I don't know why that is, but yeah, that's the deal with that. Okay, so if you struggle with dark circles, I would suggest concealing them. So one that I've got just recently is the NYX Dark Circle Concealer Corrector, which is in light peach. So you can see it's just like a peachy salmony colour. And I'm just going to buff this underneath my eyes. And this is just going to cancel out all the blue tones, and it'll translate really nice in photography because it'll just make your eyes look really flawless and bright. So just focusing this on my inner corner and then on my actual under eye. And as you can see, that's already done something. Just gonna pat in a bit more with my beauty blender. Go in with a new concealer that I've just got today. It's the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye in Fair or Light. So as you can see, I use the tiniest bit and look how far that is going. So I'm just bringing that up onto my cheekbones as well. Just clean up my eyebrow there. Put a little bit on my forehead. Down the bridge of the nose, the cupid's bow, and the chin. I blend that out with my beauty blender. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go in with my Elegant Pro Conceal in Beautiful Bronze. So this is just like a concealer, but you can use it for contouring and that stuff as well. So I'm just going in the hollows of my cheeks, around the perimeter of my forehead, slightly down my nose, and just going under my chin here, doing 2 lines down here, lines down there. So you want to like kind of contour your neck, that double chin, jawline, and all that out. I'm going to be using my Chanel Tande Soleil, whatever you fucking call it. Another one that I've been really loving, which I'm going to do a separate video on, is the Benefit Do the Hoola Liquid Bronzer. That one's really nice. But for this, I'm just going to go in with what I know and use my Real Techniques contour like stipple brush, which is a nice small size for this, and just start buffing this into the skin. As you can see, those two together, they just blend out really, really nicely. Yes, hunty. And a stippling brush just gives like a really nice flawless finish. Just blended that out a little bit with my nose. This is actually the same contour colour that Carly Bible uses on her nose. See if you want that snatch nose, you know. Just going over the other side with it just to like soften it a bit, because I don't like a crazy nose contour even though my nose is fucked. And then the last sort of like cream product we're going to use is the Sephora Luminizing Radiant Drops. This is in Morning Light. So stunning, oh my god, I can't even deal with it. My finger and just tap it on the high points of my face. Whoa, too much. Tap it in the centre of my nose, centre of my eyebrow, a little bit on my forehead. Just pressing it in with my beauty blender. Beauty? Oh my god, I can't even speak anymore. Now you want to set like all your creams and everything in place. I am going to this BOBBI UNDEREYE does not crease at all. Wow. First impression is good. You always want to set your face with powders. Even if you've got dry skin like me, I swear to God, you will not regret it. It'll just ensure that your makeup lasts all night. Obviously when you're dancing you do get a little bit sweaty, so it helps with that. MERCIER translucent setting powder is one of the best in my opinion. If you are not a fan of this, the RCMA no colour powder is really nice as well. But for today I'm just going to switch up because I've been using that one like crazy. And I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use my beauty blender, which is damp, yes. And just press this underneath the eyes. And then anywhere where I look a little bit crazy shiny, I'm just going to put this on as well. So like in between the forehead, if you get like a sweaty forehead or anything, this will just mattify it. I'm going to take a stippling brush. This is the Sigma F50 I think. Tap off the excess and just lightly go over all my makeup. This will just ensure like when you put your bronzer and everything on, nothing's going to skip, nothing's going to be patchy or anything. And it's all going to look fucking seamless. For bronzer, I'm going to be using my KIKO Flawless Fusion Bronzer in number 6. It looks like this. Very nice, smooth bronzer to have. I'm just going to put this in the hollows and just kind of bring a bit more warmth back to my face. Can you see how smooth that's going on? That's because we put powder down first. If you put like powder straight on top of your foundation, most of the time it does skip a little bit, so we want to avoid that. My favourite sculpting powder ever is the KEVYN medium powder, which is a cool toned sculpting powder. Absolutely amazing. Just make sure you tap off that goddamn excess. So taking this in the hollow of my cheek, just in the hollow, and just blending that. This is a Morphe M530, which is such a good brush. I love to use it for like blusher as well, where it's just like a really nice small brush. And then for blush I'm going to be using MAC SPRINGSHEEN, which has a nice like peachy sheen to it. I'm going to be using the same brush that I just used to sculpt. And just apply this on the apples, going back to my hairline. I'm going to dust away the powder that's been sitting there now. And yeah, it should just be set, lovely. It doesn't really add any colour, it just kind of like mattifies everything, you know. Just to go on the apples on my cheeks, I'm going to take KEVYN highlighter in Starlight, which is just like a pinky sort of sheen. Looks really nice on the apples of the cheeks. For the tops of my cheekbones, I'm going to take L'Oreal's Gilded Honey, which is just a nice like gold highlight, but I can only use this when I'm fake tanned, so I'm going to take this opportunity now. Yes, hunty. Just blend it down here. Rinse them on the forehead. I like to do this because when you turn it just kind of like all glows, you know. Putting it on the cupid's bow will just make your lips look a lot poutier. I've been really liking the buffing method that Wayne Goss always talks about. I'm going to be using my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush powder. This is in the lighter shade, but it doesn't have that much sort of coverage to it. It's just like Just a really nice powder, and I'm just going to go over the whole of my makeup just in a circular buffing motion, and this will just kind of like mesh everything together, make it look really flawless. Yeah, as you can see, I love that powder. I've hit pan on it. It is one of the greatest finds of mine. So just, yeah, just blending it all together. Tops my cheekbones with the OFRA You Do You highlighter, which is very peachy and very intense. So I'm just gonna put that there, put that there. The lower lash line, I'm just gonna put a nude eyeliner. This is the NYX Wonder Pencil in Light, I think it is. Okay, and then for the under eyes, I'm just gonna go in with Force of Nature first. I'm just gonna take an angled brush and just go right underneath the lash line. So I'm just defining it slightly. Okay, so for lips, I'm going to be going in with the L'Oreal Lip Liner Couture 630 Beige Anew. Overline my lips. And then I'm going to be putting on Anastasia Beverly Hills Pure Hollywood liquid lipstick, which is just a nice pinky nude. Put a little bit of Anastasia Undressed lip gloss on top, just for the full glam look. Okay, so for mascara, I'm going to be using the KIKO Extra Sculpt Volume Mascara, which has like the exact same brush as the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara wand. Lashes I'm going to go with are the ALLURAME Beauty Lashes in number 8 Amore. So they look like, I have worn them before and they are absolutely stunning. So okay, so I'm just going to put on my prom dress, kick it back, you know, old school. The final step for your makeup to like last a lot longer is a setting spray. The OFRA makeup fixer is really nice, and the Urban Decay All Nighter is really nice. So I'm just gonna, oh, this one smells lush. So yeah, this will just kind of like lock in your makeup and make it last a lot longer. Okay, so this is the lighting with just my soft boxes, so this is kind of like real life how it looks. I'm not sure what looks best, but this is kind of so you can see like what it looks like in real life, you know?